We're back here live on the patio at Alvarado Street Brewery and Bistro for Pub Talk on the Locals radio station for the Monterey Bay.
Yay!
We're out here on the patio, and we'd love for you to come and join us. It's actually a beautiful night.
Gorgeous.
There's all the garland, all the decor is out. We don't even have the heat lamps on yet because, frankly, it feels pretty good right now.
It's Christmassy.
I did make a
Very
tactical
festive.
error, and I stood up during the break, and my chair, oh man, this thing's
It's
cold
freezing.
to sit on.
Yeah,
Well,
the chair is
should
the
not
worst.
have
Yeah,
gotten up.
metal is not.
And the balance, too, it's like if you step up, your chair gets cold, and if you step up too high, too, you burn your scalp.
Burn the top of my head.
It keeps you awake, you know. Keeps you awake.
Yeah,
It's
that's
that
right.
dynamic, right?
It keeps you alive.
You hear the voice there of El Kallpa. He is joining us here. He's been on Pub Talk before. It was another era, though, like a whole nother generation. It was pre-pandemic. So now we get you back, man, in a new location.
It's like, what, 30
great
years
to-
ago?
Yeah, at least,
At
right?
least, yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I played with Sensory Tribe at the Monterey Museum of Art.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Gosh, that's been a while. Well, dude, it's always great to have a local musician on. And it's so funny. I love talking to local musicians because you guys are on the front lines. We are fortunate enough that we get to support and promote you guys.
Yeah.
But also, you guys are the ones out there trying to book it, trying to make it happen. Obviously, alluding to the 30 years that have passed since. The last few years have been kind of weird, man. Like, what did you guys do? How did you deal with that?
2 decades. Well, I was going to show that this is what I did in 2020. I did my first solo CD.
Hold it up for the camera.
But that kept me very busy. It's been a project that I put in the back burner. So when 2020 got locked down, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. And
Did
it's
you
called,
do that from your place?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I mean, it's an eclectic fusion of everything, truly. Like, I work with different producers, people who send me a beat, people who send me a stem of their voice. I mix it all up, and it's called Musical Animal, or Animal Musical in Spanish, and it has a collaboration of, like, all over the world. And there's no genre, there's no story, there's no beginning, there's no end. It's everything I had done to that point.
Well, I feel like it was hard for everybody. Musicians, especially if you were relying on that as your main source of income, that was really hard what happened. Some artists took it and took it really hard, and some took it as an opportunity. Like,
break,
yeah, you had a chance to like, all right, I've had this concept for a while, and now I actually have that moment
And
to
like
dive
no
in.
distractions.
Bingo, yeah.
I just got to focus. Yeah.
I had a 2-year-old, a little bit of distractions, but I had more energy than now. What I used to do is after everybody went to bed, then I started working in the studio past midnight.
Right.
Now I fall asleep before midnight.
That's what a 2-year-old will do, right? Wear
Yeah.
you out a little bit.
Now the 2-year-old 4.
And I have another 2-year-old. So
Oh boy! All right.
kept
You're a
going.
brave man.
Yeah. I don't know how you find time to do any work.
And so is that point, is the music just like the release a little bit?
100%. Like, I have band practice in a little bit, in less than an hour, and that moment is mine. Try to rush back to help my wife put the kids to sleep, but my kids get excited and they're like, "What do you do today?"
Daddy
"What
made
song
some
are we
music."
working at?" Yeah, we're making music. That's right.
Do the kids play?
They're not playing yet, but they show interest. I featured my oldest son, the 4.5-year-old, last year on a song. He opens the song. It's called "It's Gonna Be a Good Day." And he just sings the beginning. I had to do a little tweaking because he was a little bit out of tune. But
Did you tell them that?
Well,
You're like,
yeah,
you're
no,
all
of
pitchy.
course you don't. It's
Pitchy
like,
dog.
hey, you did it
Kid.
perfectly.
Yeah.
It's on pause. I fixed it in pause.
We're gonna have to fix that before dinner. Can't go to bed on that note.
Like, no.
Again.
What was the movie with like Miles?
What was that with J.K. Simmons?
J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller.
Oh yeah.
What is that called? Whiplash?
Whiplash.
Yeah. A hardcore music teacher.
I could just see you being the hardcore dad. Again.
No, man.
Well, you mentioned Sensory Tribe. Are you guys still playing together?
Oh, yeah. So I have 3 things to announce. One is I just released a video last 2 days. It's getting pretty good numbers for my standards. I got about 300 views in 3 days on YouTube, which I usually get like between 50 and 100. But
Yeah,
it's
I
a
get
video.
0.
It's a video I produced
It's because
myself.
you're terrible.
There's that.
Yeah.
It's a video I produced
Nobody wants to
myself.
watch someone beating on a pan.
That's true. Well, but if you want to collaborate, I collaborate with everybody.
Yeah, he could use that.
He
said, salvage this man.
If a 4-year-old or whatever can do it, there's hope for me.
There you go. I believe everyone can sing. Not everybody can sing the same. Like you can't be like, I want to sing like Shakira too.
I can sing bad.
Well, you can sing, but it might
I can
not be
sing
in
bad.
tune.
I can sing bad so well.
Not
In
everyone
the
can
studio
sing
with
well.
auto-tune,
You actually
know?
sing bad better than anybody I've ever
There
met.
you go.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Jeff is the reason there's auto-tune.
There's auto-tune and you're fixed. That's it, man. I'll chop you up, put you to the beat. You're
So do you
working,
have like
it
a
works.
giant setup there in your place where you have like, I mean, do you have a bunch of instruments and stuff?
A lot of instruments. I'm a hoarder, and I'm also a digital hoarder. So I love for studio stuff. You need all these samples and sounds.
So you're
of
not
different
just
things.
electronic. You're using
Oh,
a lot
no,
of.
no, no.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
using a lot,
cool.
a lot of different
like
things.
the all exotic instruments that people don't really know about.
And then sometimes I just send the track. Like I collaborated with a violinist from Cuba. I just sent her the track. She played the violin,
Oh, that's great.
recorded differently,
Yeah.
and sent it back to me.
Yeah.
I've collaborated with dub masters, they call it, from Japan. They send me a track. We can't even communicate. We use Google Translate. You know,
Is that like?
and I sing on top of it. Send it back. I sing in Spanish, so they have no idea. No one knows what's going on. It's just music.
I generally
music,
hate
though.
the internet. I think it's like it's a cesspool. But when I hear stories like that, I'm like,
Yep.
and then there's some
It's
cool
a tool.
stuff.
It's a
That's
good
what I
tool.
use.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But do you find that it's sort of? I mean, musicianship, is that a word? Musicianship?
Yeah, it is now.
I feel like there's a lot of camaraderie that goes into that. And are you missing that element of it when you sort of send out for a track from Cuba or Japan, or does it not really?
Well, but I was getting both, right?
Okay.
Because I was still, my other project, also 2020, I met with my bassist from Sensory Tribe, and we released a duo thing. So we call it Sensory Sound System because it was two of us and not the whole band. So 2020 was pretty busy for me.
Oh, yeah.
And so was 2021. I released 20 singles on 2021. So, so in 3 years, I've released like 80 songs.
That's a lot of
How many
songs.
hours a day do you sleep? What do you have, like 23?
And he's got two toddlers.
And he's got 2 kids.
Yeah.
Caffeine? A lot of coffee?
I was telling him back in the day, 2 years ago, back in the day, I could, like, when everybody went to bed, kids went to bed at 9, my wife went to bed at midnight, then I went to the studio for 2 or 3 hours.
Wow.
Now I fall asleep at like 10:30 like, with the kids, you know. But
Yeah.
I took advantage of that time.
Well, in the studio time's therapeutic.
100%.
You could burn 3 or 4 hours not even realizing you're
My
burning
wife
the time.
sometimes will text me and say, "Are you alive? It's 4 a.m. What the hell? You work at 8 tomorrow?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Well, and you
Lost track of time.
could be tired and exhausted, but like
The
fulfilled
adrenaline.
wise and
You're
like
hearing the-
emotionally, you're a lot healthier and stronger because you have that escape.
Yeah, and you're on earphones.
It's a good tired.
It's a good
super
tired.
hot. Yeah.
Not toddler tired.
Yeah.
So you just said 2 projects, and you said you got a third. Just to continue the point.
Just to make us feel badly. Just to make us feel bad about
wait, there's
our
more.
lives.
Exactly.
Well, my wife is a little upset because I do too many things, too many hobbies.
That's
many
okay.
things.
I've heard that too. A time or two.
But
That's
like
fair.
I said, I just released a video, and the backstory to it is really cool. I collaborated with a trumpeter from France. About 2 months ago, we met through Instagram, which a lot of people, we hate Instagram. He made a comment on my post. I wrote him back, and I was like, if you ever want to play trumpet in one of my tracks, let me know. He sent me a track. Boom, the song is done. We released it in October 1st, and now the official video I just released 2 days ago with some friends, really nice friends that helped me out with the video. I edited the whole thing, and it's out to the world. It's called Loin. It's in French. I practice a little bit of my French, and I sing in English, Spanish, and very broken French.
Broken French is better than no French.
How do you conceive of video content? Like, how do you figure out what you're going to do in a music video?
That's a really good question. For this one, I mean, I'm an eclectic dude. You know, I can't
Yeah.
pay attention. It's like, what happened?
Yeah.
But I kind of, after hearing the song, and Aller Loin means go far. So because he's so far, this kid who did the beat for me, he's so far away in France, I was like, we want to go far with this music. So the message, it's a little complicated, so there's no theme for the song. It's just about, like, for people who's said in the past that I'm not going to make it, here's this. I'm going to make it. And I started the whole song in the beach in Carmel. I'm doing out-of-place things. So I was wearing a poncho. I'm from Peru, but I'm carrying an American football. And so I'm going to, like, go deep, like, go far. So the drum pulls out. So it's a cool scene.
That's
but
cool. Yeah.
It doesn't make, I mean, I just go artistic. You know, I'm painting my face. People in Carmel Beach are like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like,
Better watch out, man. Better watch out, Carmel. I don't know if they approve of that.
They were calling the police.
You can't eat ice cream on the sidewalks, much less have your face painted. You know?
Painted on the beach.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, I went to a party in Santa Cruz, and I got all my B-roll from people dancing. Instead of me putting the party for the video, I went to a party and got video.
Oh, that's a good idea.
like I don't know if you guys have read the Beastie Boys, the book, but it's a great read, and
I gotta check it out.
a lot of their videos, like that's what it was. It's specifically like MCA was like, let's do this. Let's just go here and do this. When we get arrested, when we need it, no, just do it.
Do it.
Maybe,
And like Sabotage was all like that. Literally was them going and getting wigs and mustaches and then going out on the streets.
Right.
You know, and like how
And you
great and
apologize
iconic a
later.
video.
Like I come from video and film,
That's
TV
right.
production.
Yeah.
You
Easier to
just
ask
do it,
for
and then-
forgiveness than permission.
That's right.
Yes.
or give
And if they ask you, say, I'm shooting a mayonnaise commercial.
There you
That's
go.
what we used to do. People are like, oh, okay, and they walk
Mayonnaise
away.
isn't offensive at all.
You know what? I'm using that at work.
Use it. Yeah.
That's gonna
we're
be
with
good.
Nat Geo, you know, we're shooting a
That's
documentary.
right,
That's
yeah.
what people say. We're shooting for the NFL. See, I have a football
Right,
from Walmart.
right.
That's $5. It's the next
You
NFL
just
video.
tilted your hand, though. You can't use that excuse now because you just told the world. You got to come up with a new excuse.
It's okay.
No,
I
now
always have
he's
something
been
new to
on
say.
air, so now he's validated.
No, that's true.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or you're filming a mayonnaise commercial for the NFL.
There we go.
Oh.
Double whammy.
To finally get my,
I'm sure that the NFL is an official mayonnaise, so I mean,
I believe it. I need to get some
Oh, God.
background so I can get my Wikipedia going.
There
I
you
try to
go.
write my own Wikipedia, and they say,
So you don't have a Wikipedia
I
yet.
don't have a Wikipedia.
Oh, geez.
that's when you know you've
See?
arrived. That's like now that Elon like auctioned off the blue check. Now, like having a Wikipedia, that's your blue check. Like once you have a Wikipedia that people are putting lies on,
But you're
that's when
supposed
you know
to be
you've
able to
arrived.
make your own Wikipedia page.
You cannot.
But you can't. Someone else has to do it for you. So
someone
you
else.
have to get somebody to make. I'll make your Wikipedia page.
And
for you.
some
Don't
a
worry.
reliable source.
A reliable-
I'll
Okay.
I'll
Well,
email
that
you, man.
cancels
I'll
me
email
out.
you.
Yeah,
For
that
real.
cancels me out.
That's
Yeah.
done.
You said
You
you
can
had
put
all
whatever
these-
you want there about me.
all these projects and you're doing all these things and no Wikipedia page. I can't even look at you.
Believe it, right? It's unfair.
Now that we've got the agenda here, we're going to make that happen.
There
like,
you go. Anyone watching to anyone listening, please make a Wikipedia.
Yes, this
Yeah,
is like
exactly.
a call to action.
But since they can't go to the Wikipedia, if people do want to find out more, or even better, if you love local artists, support their art by buying their music.
Yep.
How can people do that?
Well, everything through my Instagram, or you can go to elkallpa.com. That's ELKALLPA.com. Or my handle on Instagram is elkallpa. I check my Instagram the most. I'm also with Sensory Tribe, so you check out Sensory Tribe. And
What
we're
does El
playing
Kallpa mean, by the way?
The Force.
The Force, okay.
Force,
All
the
right.
So,
energy.
are you a big
It's
Star Wars fan?
It's a Star
it's
Trek
in-
thing.
Not
Big
really.
Battlestar
That's
Galactica.
hilarious.
But it just I used to make music in Miami, reggae, but it wasn't reggae roots. I was drumming and like barking at the microphone. So people told me, you play reggae, but with anger, like with force.
With force.
like,
Oh, cool, cool.
So
All right.
the band became
You were more Peter Tosh than Bob Marley.
maybe a
Yeah.
little more rancid than Peter Tosh.
Oh,
So
love
that
that.
angry.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
angry.
yeah.
I remember
get angry.
sneaking out of my room in high school to go see Rancid play. So well done. I get that.
Yeah, so yeah, a little angry, a little bit more of the reggae side of rancid reggae ska, but no, I do get angry. I have a few songs that are pretty
That's
hard.
okay.
But
You
then
let it
also-
out, man.
Cover the spectrum, man.
Yeah.
Cover it.
works.
Also lovey songs, also reggaeton to dance. You know, I do everything. There's music with no limits.
That's perfect. Do you guys have any gigs coming up?
Yeah, so we're playing first night Monterey.
Yeah, that's right around the
Sensory
corner, which
Tribe.
is crazy. Like we're a quarter
crazy,
through
right?
December already.
We were like, we want to put out 4 new songs. We had 3 months. I was like, we're gonna make 2 new songs for we had 3 weeks.
I mean, like let's be honest. Like 2023 is 3 weeks away.
It's crazy.
Doesn't
Yeah,
it
but
feel
that's
like
'cause we all
2020
blacked
was
out.
yesterday?
Well, we blacked out for 20 and 21.
The 2020s are just kind of bizarre
But,
world.
yeah,
like I don't even know.
I feel like on a daily basis, I'm Frank from old school. Like, what happened? Where am I? What happened?
yeah, exactly. I still think it's 2019.
Yes.
And maybe it is.
crazy.
Maybe
Yes.
this has all been a dream.
I'm
of some
still
sort.
waiting for
Yeah.
Y2K to bite me in the ass. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, it
so
will.
go
It's
figure.
gonna come.
Yeah, totally.
I thought Y2K was 2016 election.
That's true.
Said
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
That's when the world ended.
Yeah.
Well, give us that website and Instagram one more time, and tell us about the gig again.
Yeah, so we're gonna play Alvarado Street starting 8 p.m. with another band opening for us, Sensory Tribe, on December 31st on Alvarado Street. My handle is El Kallpa, that's ELKALLPA on Instagram, and you can go to elkallpa.com to check out more of my stuff. Just want to do one last plug for this song now that you guys say about 2020. I'm going to quote myself. Is that
Please.
cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of these songs are like, one of them is called Offbeat, because I was feeling so offbeat of 2020, and one of the lines is 2020, why kick my nuts?
There you go.
Not only mine, but everybody.
That sums it up.
Everybody.
I think it has to be a
And
shirt.
a quick shout out to your partner too.
Yeah, Glenn Bell. Glenn Bell is on every music project in the peninsula. So
It's Sea Level, The Basement,
Yeah.
Century Tribe. That man is ridiculously talented.
everywhere.
So,
Yeah.
bravo.
So I co-wrote all of these songs with him.
That's
the
awesome.
Central Sound System. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. Don't be a stranger. And
Next time, though, you better have a wiki.
next time,
Wikipedia, right?
If you don't
Hey,
come back
cheap
two
with the
requests,
Wikipedia page.
Wikipedia, and
Yeah.
next time we get a performance.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I can play
Yes.
a little bit. Maybe
Right.
I'll bring Glenn Bell so he can play the
Please.
guitar
That
way
works.
better than
That
me,
would be-
and I can sing a little bit.
That'd be awesome. Right on, man.
Deal.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you, guys.
Right.
I'm having a bad day. Dark clouds that won't go away. Miss walking free on the streets. Feel lost, completely offbeat. Every day is a groundhog day. Sleepwalking, not quite awake. Frustration week after week. Stuck in time, rinse and repeat.